The Complete Facebook Split Testing Guide. Split testing is a crucial part of creating Facebook campaigns. The goal is to test one variable difference at a time in Facebook campaigns to identify the best combination of variables. This can mean testing a different image, ad copy, call to action button, audience or targeting, placement, and so on. Just make sure to test one variable at a time. Otherwise, if you test multiple variations in a new campaign and that campaign performs better, you won't be able to tell what variable was the cause. By testing one variation difference at a time, you can identify the cause of the success or failure from campaign to campaign. Think back to your high school science classes and hypothesis testing. You would have your control group, then you would change one variable in the test group in order to document the differences and results. A/B split testing allows advertisers to easily test the same ad on two different audiences to see which audience the ad performs better with. Advertisers can use split testing to interpret how changes in different variables might impact their ad success. To get the best results from your Facebook ads, you have to test different versions of ad creatives at the ad level and test targeting and audience at the ad set level of our campaigns. To test different ads and ad sets, we can do A/B split testing in our campaigns. After doing A/B split testing, we can easily find which variables are best for our campaigns or which ones are not. Now let's first cover how we can do manual split testing at the ad set level and ad level. Remember my pro tip, always test one variable at a time. Manual split testing at the ad set level. At the ad set level, you can do split testing of all the different targeting variables you want to test for your brand and business. You can make split tests of different ad set targeting varying locations, age, custom audiences, lookalike audiences, gender, languages, detailed targeting, connections, or placements. For example, men versus women. In the first ad set, we'll target men. In the second ad set, we'll target women. Step 1. Create your main ad campaign. The first step is to simply create your main or base ad campaign. Create what you feel is your best targeting and ad creative, typically a broad campaign. Publish that campaign, then navigate to your ads manager. This campaign will act as the foundation for your split test created using the duplicate feature. So once you publish your campaign, head to your ads manager and click that checkbox next to the campaign name you just published. Then click that ad set tab. How to duplicate ad sets. Manually split test an ad set via the duplicate button in your ads manager. So we're on that ad set level. Select the checkbox next to the ad set name you want to duplicate, then click the duplicate button. A pop-up will appear. Choose to duplicate the ad set in your original campaign. Click that duplicate button. Now the edit menu will expand where you can edit the campaign, ad set, and ad by simply clicking each option. So as you can see, my duplicate ad set was created and it's called copy. So now I just click that ad set to edit that ad set. Remember, edit one variable in the new duplicated ad set split test, such as targeting a different interest than we did in the first ad set. So say we want to split test 3 different interests: dogs, cats, and pets. You can click those 3 dots, the menu next to the ad set, and select Quickly Duplicate from the menu to add a 3rd ad set duplicate. Then you will manually edit the targeting for each ad set so each one has a different interest that you want to test. So as you can see in the copy, I changed the detailed targeting to dogs. My first one being cats. Now leave the ad as is. Remember, split test one variable at a time so you can identify which one is driving the most results for each ad set. After 1,000 ad impressions, we will identify which split test, or interest for this specific split test, resulted in the most conversions. Then we will move on to split tests at the ad level. This includes fine-tuning our images, video, ad copy, and so on. So now that I have my split test created, my first one targeting cats, my copy targeting dogs, I'm ready to publish this ad set. When creating a duplicate ad set, do note that if you don't completely exclude the first campaign's audience, there will be audience overlap, i.e., people seeing your ad multiple times, which isn't necessarily bad. It just increases your ad frequency, which can lead to possible audience fatigue and wasted ad spend. This can be prevented via excluding audiences at the ad set level. Let me show you an example. You can exclude your first campaign's target audience in your second split test via the exclude link under custom audiences and under detailed targeting. So from our example earlier, I targeted cats as the include interest in ad set number 1 and used a photo of pet toys for ad number 1. In the second ad set, I targeted dogs as the include interest and again used a photo of pet toys for the ad under ad set number 2. Once I identify my targeting at this ad set level, in the future, I will begin split test at the ad level. So figure out your targeting at the ad set first, and then in the future, you can optimize your ad. So for a true split test, we should exclude dogs from ad set 1 and exclude cats from ad set number 2. Here's a visual example of a split test. One variable per ad set and ad. So ad set 1 is targeting cat, ad set 2 targeting dog. Say I wanted to test 2 ads right away, I could test that by setting up a total of 4 ad sets. So ad number 1, ad number 2, ad number 1, ad number 2. So let's look at an example ad set split test. First, choose your objective and name your campaign. Always name your ad set so you can easily understand the variables just by reading the name in your ads manager. So if I'm testing dogs in the US for ages 18 to 24, I would go US 18 to 24 dogs. For this first ad set, I have selected to split test age. This ad set will target users in the age group 18 to 24 in the United States. On the ad level, select the Facebook page and Instagram account, then select the format for your ad. Note that we are only testing age at the ad set level for this campaign, so we will not be changing the ad for each ad set. We will simply duplicate and split test. Remember, one variable total for each campaign duplicate, so you can clearly identify which variables are equating results. So finish creating this campaign and publish it. Now go back to your ads manager and click the checkbox for this newly created campaign name. Once selected, click that Ad Sets tab. Click the checkbox next to your ad set name, then click that Duplicate button. In this duplicate ad set, we will split test our campaign targeting at a different age. So again, choose the original campaign option and set the number of copies to 1 in the pop-up, then click the Duplicate button. Your total number of copies depends on how many variables you want to test. If you want to test just one variable, or difference, then you only need to create 1 copy. Don't worry, you can always delete or create more copies later too via this duplicate option. Remember, leave everything the same in the duplicate campaign except for one variable. This single variable is the difference you are testing. So first, rename your duplicate ad set so you can easily understand the variables you are testing just by reading the names in Ads Manager. For this duplicate split test, at the ad set level, I will be targeting the age group 25 to 54. Remember in the first one, it was 18 to 24? So this one, I'll name USA 25 to 54. Then I will adjust the duplicate ad sets at the targeting level of age to 25 to 54. Once ready, click the Publish button. So for this example, there will be no audience overlap, as ad set number 1 is targeting 18 to 24-year-olds, and ad set number 2 is targeting 25 to 54-year-olds. So we can analyze our campaign results via the breakdown menu. So in your ads manager, you can select the breakdown menu in that top right corner and choose various options to see who is taking action on your ad. So breakdown, delivery, I select age and gender. As you can see in the results in ads manager, it breaks down by age and gender, who clicked, who took action. So for this example, you can see male age 35 to 44 led to the most sales. That is 5 in the results column. So how long do I split test? Optimization is your ongoing job as a Facebook ad manager. You need to be split testing campaigns one variable at a time at all 3 levels, objective, ad set, and ad, to optimize for your key metrics, which is typically seeking the lowest cost per conversion. You should shut off non-performing ads, poor results, every 3 to 7 days, or once your campaign reaches 1,000 impressions, whichever comes first. From my experience, 1,000 impressions is enough volume to know which ads are winners and which ads are losers. Combine the winning variables and keep testing. Once you start to identify your best audience and best ad creatives, combine them into new campaigns to confirm they indeed are the best variables. If not, keep split testing. Once I find a few winning campaign combinations, I will slowly scale up their budget 20 to 30% every 2 to 3 days until I am at a daily budget I am comfortable spending, or I will just keep scaling it. I am constantly testing ads to find more audiences and to obtain cheaper results. Once you get a few of these winning ads, they truly can become evergreen or lifelong ads for you. If it's profitable, I'll keep scaling it. Again, the variables you test can be anything you want. If you aren't certain who your target market is, split test to find out. Split test locations, age, gender, languages, interest, placements, connections, custom audiences, lookalike audiences. The list goes on and on. Just keep creating duplicate campaigns and edit each version one variable at a time. You can split test as many variables as you want in order to identify which ones perform the best with your target audience, such as which audience drives the lowest cost per click, which images have the highest relevancy scores, or what variables increase conversions while lowering your cost per acquisition. Watch me analyze split test live on a client's account in this YouTube video link. The CourseEnvy Super Split Test. When you enable campaign budget optimization at the campaign objective selection page, each ad set you add under this campaign needs a minimum of $1 per ad set. So if you are on a limited budget and want to test multiple audiences at once, this CourseEnvy Super Split Test technique is perfect for you. I will toggle on campaign budget optimization and set my daily budget to $30, therefore enabling me to create 30 ad sets and 30 different audiences to split test at once. So again, I'll create that base campaign, select it, go to the ad set tab, select that ad set, then click the duplicate button. In this duplicate pop-up, select the total number of copies you want. So since we already have one ad set, I'll type in 29, so we have a total of 30 ad sets. Now you might be asking, I can't think of 30 audiences to test. But you can. Test everything your potential target market may be interested in. Don't worry about audience overlap for this CourseEnvy Super Split Test technique. This means excluding your other ad set audiences. Rather, we just want to quickly test one variable in each ad set and see what audiences show interest. Then we can narrow down our targeting in our middle of funnel and bottom of funnel ads. Nothing is set in stone with Facebook ads, and I love testing different ideas constantly, like you should too. This CourseEnvy Super Split Test technique is a perfect top of funnel campaign idea and a great way to find winning audiences quickly. Simply build this campaign, let it run for a few days, toggle off the losing ad sets, and scale up the budget on the winners. My favorite place to source audience ideas is from Facebook's Audience Insights. So navigate to this link. Here I will search for competitors' Facebook pages via the interest option in this left sidebar. As you can see, I typed in Udemy, then I click the page likes option. And I will analyze the other Facebook pages these users, my competitors' fans, also like. So right here in the red box of top categories, these are perfect split test audiences for your Course Envy Super Split Test. Look, you can count these up, 21 different pages and interest to target just after searching one competitor. You can also look at your own Facebook page insights to learn more about potential target markets. Just navigate to your insights page at facebook.com/yourpage/username/insights. Click on people in the left sidebar and review your fan demographics. So just from a quick review, 76% of my page are men, 63% are 18 to 34, and a good chunk live in India. So a great split test would be targeting India, men 18 to 34. Another audience I see great results from is targeting engaged shoppers for my e-commerce clients. An engaged shopper is based on behavior. These are people who have actually clicked on the call to action button, shop now, within the past week. So as you can see in my super split test, all 30 of my ad sets are ready to edit. I will change the detailed targeting in each one of these ad sets to a single target audience to test. Once you have edited the ad set name and the audience itself within the ad set, click the publish button. As you can see, these three arrows, I've already edited the first three. The first one, targeting engaged shoppers. The second one, targeting the interest Oprah. The third one, targeting the interest PBS. So I still have 27 more to edit. So more split test audience ideas include custom audiences. You can target all your website traffic, your top 25% traffic, add to cart, initiate checkout, your past buyers, people who have watched your videos. You can also target lookalike audiences. I'll target a 1%, a 5%, and a 10% for every target country for every one of my custom audiences. I do see the best results from the 1% lookalike though. And finally, placements. I see great results from targeting only mobile for top of funnel ads. Facebook pushes most traffic to mobile anyway, so just claim a cheaper first touch point, placing your ads only on mobile. Then I'll use automatic placements for retargeting ads. These are middle of funnel or bottom of funnel ads, as warm audiences typically convert on any placement. Via the breakdown menu again, you can see which placement is driving the most results. This split test led me to testing more ads only on Facebook mobile, as that is where most sales came from. So breakdown, by delivery, select placement, and there you can see Facebook, newsfeed, mobile app, 10 of my 18 sales. Manual split testing at the ad level. So how do you duplicate ads? Manually split test an ad via the duplicate option in your ads manager. Click the checkbox for your campaign name. Once selected, click the Ads tab. Then click the checkbox next to your ad name. Then click that Duplicate button. Edit one variable in the newly duplicated split test, such as image. So once you click that duplicate, this pop-up will appear. I will choose to duplicate the ad within this existing campaign, and then select how many duplicate ad copies you want created. If you want to test one variable or difference, only create one copy. Again, your edit menu will appear with your new duplicate, and edit this single variable you want to test. For this example, I duplicated this ad for this campaign and will test a different call to action button in this split test copy. Other things I could test at the ad level include ad copy, that's primary text, headline, call to action button, media, this is image or video. Once ready, click the publish button. My preferred way of split testing multiple variables at the ad level is via the dynamic creative feature. So notice these add another option links under each one of these fields. Split testing with dynamic creative. Dynamic creative takes multiple ad variables such as images, videos, titles, descriptions, call to action buttons, and then creates creative variations for each person viewing your ad that you can later track in Ads Manager to see what performed best, what drove clicks, engagement, conversions. Dynamic Creative is a great optimization tool when you're not sure which ad creative resonates the best with each audience you target. So when creating your new campaign, at the ad set level, under Dynamic Creative, toggle that on. With the Dynamic Creative option enabled, you can upload multiple creative assets, like I said, images, videos, titles, and more. Dynamic Creative will then find optimized ad creative combinations by taking multiple ad components or assets you provided, such as headlines and images, and automatically generate combinations of them. Dynamic Creative will then optimize the creative components that deliver the best results for each impression served. Then your Dynamic Creative ads will show your target audience the highest performing creative combinations. So who is Dynamic Creative for? The Dynamic Creative option is a great tool for Facebook advertisers with many assets who want to learn what creatively resonates with their target audience. I like to compare Dynamic Creative to machine learning. It is a Facebook tool that helps me identify my best ad level creative assets. Then I use the winning creatives in my new ad set level split test campaigns. Once I have my ad sets optimized, then I can scale up my budget on the winners and shut off the losers. So pro tip, Dynamic Creative is not a substitute for split testing. I will only use Dynamic Creative to find my top performing creatives from hundreds of options, including hundreds of images, titles, and so on. Then I will use these winning ad creative assets derived from my Dynamic Creative ad into my new split test campaigns where I am testing targeting at the ad set level. Again, one variable at a time to see what audience drives the best results. Let's take a look at an example. So let's say I find 2 winning ad combinations after running a Dynamic Creative campaign. 2 of them equally performed the best. Now if I'm testing 2 audiences, 2 different ad sets, that means I will have a total of 4 ad sets to properly split test this data further. So audience number 1 is in ad set 1, and then my first Dynamic Creative combination is ad number 1. And the same goes for ad set 2, ad number 2. So make sure to navigate to this link for the best practices for Dynamic Creative ads. To use Dynamic Creative, again, toggle it on at the ad set level. Note, Dynamic Creative is not available for all campaign objectives. Now at the ad level, you will add all the Dynamic Creative assets you want to test. There are 5 test options, including text, images and videos up to 10 total, headlines, descriptions, and call to action buttons. I love split testing at least 3 images per campaign. You never know what people will engage with until you test it. Also make sure to toggle on the optimized creative for each person, as Facebook will optimize ad creatives according to what each user is more likely to click. As you can see, I am testing 3 images, 2 primary text, 2 headline, and 2 call to action buttons. Facebook will automatically combine all these things and deliver the best performing one to my target audience. So to see your Dynamic Creative ad results, go to your Ads Manager, select your campaign you enabled Dynamic Creative for, then navigate to that Ads tab, click the breakdown menu on that top right side, choose By Dynamic Creative Asset from the drop-down menu, select one of the Dynamic Creative breakdowns to see how each asset performed, such as by image, by text, by headline, and so on. As you can see, we tested 4 images in this campaign via the Dynamic Creative option. One image was a clear winner that we will now use in future campaigns alone, since this split test was so definitive. 129 link clicks for the winning image versus 3 clicks for the second place image. After getting your audience targeting optimized, split testing images and videos is the most important ad creative variable I have found. It can make or break your ads, as you can see here. I personally thought the green Lambo image would do best, but after testing, the pink image is what my customers clearly preferred. Split test with images via carousel ads. You can split test images with carousel ads. This is at the ad level via format. Select the carousel format option. Select a different image or video for each carousel card. To review your carousel, click the Columns menu. In the Columns drop-down menu, select Carousel Engagement. Now at the ad level, in the Breakdown drop-down menu, select By Action, and then select Carousel Card. Then you can see the performance of different cards under your carousel ad at the ad level. I tested 3 carousel cards, which were 3 separate videos, for this ad example, but only 2 got clicks, with number 3 performing the best with 6 clicks. So now I know I'll move forward with using that testimonial video alone in an ad. You can analyze which carousel card gets the most engagement after the campaign reaches over 1,000 impressions. Carousel cards are a great way to identify popular products, videos, or images. Since the third card received the most clicks for this example, I will take this winning video and create Facebook posts, single video ads, and much more with it. Facebook ads, create A/B test option. If you don't want to manually create split test, you can select the create A/B test option on the first step of your Facebook ad creation at the campaign objective level. Click the green Create Ad button on your Ads Manager, select your campaign objective, then toggle on the Create A/B Test. Select the variables you want to split test at specific areas of your campaign. So here we are on the campaign level. We selected our campaign objective and then scrolled down, toggle on the Create A/B Test. For some best practices on split testing, go to this URL. These best practices include test only one variable at a time for more conclusive results. Focus on a measurable hypothesis, such as optimizing for cost per action. Use a big enough audience for the test. Use an ideal time frame, 4 days average. Set an ideal budget for your test at that 80% plus estimated test power. Make sure to check out CourseEnvy.com for more great resources.